We begin with breaking news from Afghanistan, where the northern city of Kunduz has fallen into Taliban hands after Afghan forces failed to hold the strategically important city. Afghanistan's sixth largest city near the border with Tajikistan, Kunduz has been the scene of fierce fighting. The Taliban is reported to also be advancing into the centre of Sharipul, another northern provincial capital. And for more, I'm joined by journalist Ali Latifi in Kabul. Ali, what more do we know about the situation in the north of Afghanistan right now?
So the north of Afghanistan, we're seeing several points with intense fighting and back and forth claims by the Taliban that they have taken over different areas. And really at this point, the only way we can confirm these things is by speaking to people on the ground and having them tell us that, yes, the Taliban are within these government offices and that they've raised their flags and that they've essentially, made it into the central parts of these cities, because the government is not giving any direct confirmation about what's been going on. They have yet to outright confirm that Kunduz, Shibirgan, Zaranj in the south, or Sarapul, or any of these other places have come under Taliban control. But what we do see is that they will release statements and videos saying that there are clearance operations and other operations. For instance, they just released, the Ministry of Defense, a video of a commando in Kunduz saying that they've been conducting intense operations over the last 24 hours and that they've kept the Taliban fighters from allegedly making it to central points in the city, which is something that locals are refuting, saying no, they've actually made it into places like the prison, into police headquarters and things like that. So it's a lot of back and forth at this point.
Right, so no outright confirmation yet from the Afghan government. But yet, how significant are these gains for the Taliban?
Kunduz is definitely a very significant gain. If you look at sort of their strategy over the last few weeks or the last couple months, they really tried to take one of the major cities of the country. So they tried hard for Kandahar, they tried hard for Lashkargah and Helmand, and they tried hard for Herat. They weren't able to take any of those. And the first cities that they were able to take, Zaranj, Shibirgan, they're considered smaller. They're not necessarily provinces that get a lot of attention, even from the government. They've always sort of been ignored. But a province like Kunduz, given its population, given its strategic location, and also the fact that they had been able to take it 2 times prior in 2015 and 2016, is, to the Taliban, it's a good propaganda point. It's something that they can sell very easily.
So Kunduz is the third provincial capital to fall in the past 3 days. Are the Taliban advancing quicker than expected after the withdrawal of foreign troops?
It seems that way, but the one thing we have to remember is that a lot of these advances are eventually repelled. So, if we see that in the next few days, Shibirgan, Zaranj, and Kunduz come back into Taliban hands, that will come back to the question that we've had all this time of how long can the Taliban hold control over an area? Yes, they can take it. For instance, when the game was mainly about districts over, the last few weeks, the districts would be taken, and then a few days or a couple weeks later, the government would say, we've retaken that district. So now the question will be, if districts were trading hands so quickly in the past, how long can they keep cities, or can they actually maintain control over these cities for extended periods of time?
Ali, thank you very much. Ali Latifi, journalist in Kabul. Thank you very much.